do actually. I'll turn the volume down. I'll do a bit back. This is what my letter says. You're annoying me now, woman. Complaint has today been made. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. I'm calling regarding a summons that I received. It was received a little while ago. I think the reason I'm calling is because I've done a little bit of research and I'm starting to learn a little bit about what's going. That there's some funny things going on here with the council, and so I just want to verify for my own record if that's okay. Whether or not this is a true document or whether it's a council document. Now, so I understand this is going to be a difficult conversation for you to have with me. So I'm gonna just let you know from the outset that I am recording the convo, just for my own record really, and because just because I need to verify this and I need to have some kind of evidence of what's going on if I need to challenge this. Do you see what I mean?
Right. I'm going to have to take advice on this because I'm not quite sure what position this puts me in. So can you just hold the line for me?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Don't know. No, she didn't ask, so I just offered that to her. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. Yeah. I'd rather speak to somebody who knows what they're talking about. To be honest, that's more important to me. There's no point in speaking to a monkey when you've got an organ grinder. I'd rather have the organ grinder. Why not? Let's see what they want to say. Typical, isn't it? It's like waiting for a bus. As soon as you start talking about the contents of your litter, oh, yeah, I want to ask me. You can't help wondering if there's somebody listening in the background. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit too far on the nutty spectrum. I'm learning so much that you don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes sometimes, do you?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Yes, I mean, I can carry on talking to you. The thing is, obviously, you need to give me a little bit of information here about what it is that you need from us or how we can possibly help you.
No, that's fine.
I can help you is another matter, but try me anyway.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Honestly, I mean, I know that you're another human being just like me, and I know that you're just doing a job. And I have my own job, and we all have roles to play, and I accept that. So I'm not going to make this. I'm going to try and make this as undifficult for you as I can.
Okay.
But I mean, I hope you understand that I'm trying to do this for my record, for my for any future action that I may need to either protect myself from or have to prosecute. So not against yourself, not against yourself. I want to make that clear.
I understand that. It's just I wasn't sure, what position this puts us in here. So
no, and I know that, and I know that.
Obviously, until we know exactly what it is that you want to talk about.
And that's fine, love. And I tell you what, I don't even want to know. Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to know your name or nothing. I'm not going to ask any personal information. I'm just literally making an inquiry. Okay. That's all it is.
Right,
so what? Okay, so what it is I'm sure. I mean, maybe the local courts and that are aware, but there are a lot of people that are fighting a little bit of a corruption that's going on. Anyhow, I got a court, what appears to be a court summons, and it's written out in a very shoddy document, and there's nothing to state that it's come from the court. Yet the council appear to be acting as though this is a court summons. And what my query really is are the council not committing fraud, or I mean, is this not a fraudulent act for the council to summon me to court when there is no court process here?
You're saying it's a summons. What is the details actually on there? What does it actually say?
Well, if you like, I mean, if you're able, I mean, I don't know, because you're the courthouse, and see, what I was about to propose is I could give you the summons number, but I'm pretty sure that this isn't going to mean anything to you, because from what I've learned, this is something to do solely with the council. But you can correct me on that if you are able to. But
well,
I do.
When it's to deal with anything to do with the council, it generally is done under. There are many cases that all come under one big umbrella, so you never get an individual case number. In the normal sort of run-of-the-mill cases that we have here, our criminal cases, each gets an individual case number. And from the council, when you get council cases, they normally come as a big group, if you like, with lots and lots of people's names, and it will only be put under one person's name.
Right.
Then we may get 50, 100, I don't know how, a lot.
I know, and I can understand that the court can't take that on.
They're not done under an individual case number.
Okay. So
in the normal case of things, you know, as things go. So, and do you know what it's to do with?
Sorry?
Know what it's to do with? What it's about?
Well, before I get to that, see, because what I want to say is, well, first of all, before I get to it, because I will expose everything to you in a minute. But obviously, I want to answer some questions first, and I'm sure I'm going to employ your cooperation in this conversation a lot more if I can hold that off just for a minute. Okay. So what I want to ask you then is, I hear what you're saying, that there's like a large bulk, and it could come under that number, and there's a large bulk. And so if that's my understanding, my next understanding is that surely that's a huge expense on the courts, and surely the courts cannot fund that kind of influx of summons. I mean, that would be ridiculous. If everybody was to turn up to contest, the courts would surely be busted. It would be bursting at the seams, and there wouldn't be enough magistrates in which to cover that. But then my next argument is that, or my next question, should we say, because I don't want to argue with you, that's the wrong thing to say. So my next query then is, who issues the summons? Purely because at the bottom I have it. There is a signature, although it's photographed. It's not a wet ink signature.
I understand, yeah.
Yeah, it's a photocopy rather. And underneath it does say, in brackets, assistant, justice clerk, and then it's got a / designated officer. So there's no real legitimate signature here. There's no court jurisdiction here, as far as I can see from the signature. There's no magistrate that said that I must attend. There's no judge that said I must attend. A clerk is, I mean, I'm not going to give any personal information, but my granddad, he worked as a clerk to the High Courts of Justice. So I'm fully aware of what a clerk's responsibility is, and it's just basically a secretary. It's a glorified secretary for the judge or the justice or whatever. But this is not signed, as my granddad would sign justice to, or it would sign clerk to the justice of, because he's signing in place and with his judge's blessing. So he was signing in place to clerk to the justice of. Now, my document here is not only not got any kind of court verification over it whatsoever, but it's also not verified by, it's just signed assistant, in brackets there is assistant, clerk / designated officer. So, I mean, that doesn't tell me anything. I don't know what judge he's working for, which magistrate he's working for, and I can't actually decipher what the name is because they haven't printed their name. So, from what I can gather, this is a completely fraudulent document, and I'm now being actioned against for this. And I would like, see the reason why.
I could probably tell you if it was real.
If it was real, so you would have a record and can.
If it was information.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What information would you need for me to verify whether or not this was real?
Well, I would need basically I need to know the court, the date of the hearing,
Right.
and your name.
Right.
That would be a good start.
Okay, well, can I say I'll give you the name of the person the summons is addressed to, because from my experience, I've learned, from my research, I'm not, and then that's
okay. And the court that these summons are for?
It was for the courthouse at 80 Victoria Avenue, the Magistrates.
80 Victoria Avenue, is that Southend?
Yeah.
Okay, Southend, on what date?
The date of the letter that I received, or the date.
So the date that the court will hear this matter.
Okay, that was the 18th of February, 2015.
Oh, so it's been and gone.
It's been and gone, yes. But because the reason I'm phoning is because I want to know, because now, of course, I've got bullies coming to my home, and I'm being harassed. So I want to know whether or not this is a true. I want to know whether or not I've broken a law, not a legislation, not a statute. I want to know if I've broken any law, because I need to verify for my own record and for my own peace of mind, to be fair, love, is that that whether or not this court action actually existed, or whether it's a council fallacy.
Right. I mean, I'm going to try and look for this.
It was at 9:30.
It was. It's probably going to come under this, as I said to you, this big umbrella of bulk people. I will need to ask somebody about that. But let me start at least and have a look on that day.
And I can give you the time as well. It was at 9:30 a.m.
Right.
On the 18th of February.
Just hold the line for me, because I need two hands to type. If you can just hold
No
on.
problem, no problem. I hope I'm being polite. I'm being polite, aren't I? I'm trying to make it as undifficult for her as possible. No, it's not her fault, is it? She's a lovely guy, bless her. Not her fault. It's a very corrupt system, that's all.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Right. It is, as I suspected, I can't find that name individually on our system. So, it isn't sort of a individual criminal case.
Right.
This is, as I said, I think comes under this bulk, council thing that they do. What I think physically what they do is they have a room at the courthouse, and on a certain day at a certain time they will go through and look at all these under this sort of bulk case, if you like.
Yeah.
We only see these initially when when they're about to be heard, and then it goes off to the council, and we don't have anything to do, with them after that. So if you have any queries regarding this, it's the council that you need to speak to. We actually can't help you here. We only sort of give them a physical place for them to actually
I hear what you're...
cases or to look through these cases.
So from what I understand, they kind of like hire the facilities, if you like, and they run these cases through a hired facility.
I'm not sure. I believe so. I'm not sure about that. But
that's fine.
That's my understanding, but I can't.
That's fine.
Sure.
I know. You're on a sticky wicket. I don't want to put you on.
Magistrates per se.
Okay. I don't want to put you on a sticky wicket. That's
No.
But another. See, the next thing I want to say is that surely, if that's the case, right? If that's the case, and they're operating sort of because it's a mass bulk, and we're aware, we're both aware, courts are expensive, that their time is expensive, so they're having to do this in mass bulk. Hence, they're if you like hiring a space and they're doing it on a mass bulk. Now, if that's the case, surely if they are lawfully binding, and I don't mean legally as in the term of an act or a statute or any other consentable contract, which if you have any understanding, or even if you don't have any understanding, by all means, please go and research it, because the more people that are opening their eyes, the better. And I'm sure you're going to get a lot more calls like this. I'm not going to be the first, and I won't be the last. And the more people that are educated on this, the better, really, because all these acts and statutes, they're all consenting. Now, if that's the case, this is not a lawful documentation. In other words, providing I don't consent to their authority, unless there's some, I suppose my principle is, if this was a legal, lawful document, a true magistrate document, there would be some way of me being able to identify the magistrate that had warranted the summons.
Right, well, my answer to you is that I can't give you an answer to any of that. All I can tell you is the, if you like, the mechanical, physical way this is done. I think if you're querying something to do with the law and the legality and the lawfulness of it, you need to go to a solicitor.
To be honest, I don't trust solicitors.
You need to speak to the council about your situation and your, the things regarding you or regarding the person that's on that document. I can't make a comment one way or the other.
I appreciate that.
I can only give you the mechanicals of how
do you know what?
The information is dealt with for the council.
I want to just say to you,
and how it's dealt with for the individual criminal cases here.
I just want to say to you, you've been an absolute darling. You've been an absolute darling, okay? And I know this must have been a really difficult conversation, so I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much. And you really have been more helpful than you think. But I just want for the record.
Right then, okay.
But for the record, can I just have for the record that there is no court documentation as far as your court is concerned with my name attached to it or the name of the person that the documentation has been sent to.
I can't say that.
Well, you did say that it's. You did say that you couldn't find a record.
I'm not. I'm only concerned with bits and pieces of the process here.
Okay, shall I put it a bit better?
And I have worked in the pre-court, so I can't tell you.
Okay, let me put it a bit softer for.
A name with that name on it.
Yeah. Okay, so you can't find a record with that name on it.
It been at some point, but whether or not it's still in this building, I don't know.
But you are unable to find a record with that name on it. Is that correct?
I can't say that because I don't know. I would not know.
Have you found
where to go
during our conversation? Okay.
Maybe people that would know, but I.
Okay. Sorry, love. I don't want to put it on you. Listen, I just want to say, during our conversation and during the initial search that you have applied, you have been unable to identify me on the record during this conversation. Is that correct?
What I did was I looked at our database of all the people that are listed in court, and your name was not. I couldn't find your name in Essex on my list.
That is beautiful.
On that day, I only looked at that day, and I cannot find that name that you gave me.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
These are, as I say, individual criminal cases.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
Anything to do with the council, with these cases are generally done in bulk.
I hope you don't mind me calling you sweetheart, but I don't know your name, and that's the beauty of this conversation. It's one anonymous person to another. So thank you very much for our conversation, and I appreciate your help. I really do.
Okay. I hope I have helped in some way.
Okay. You have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
And there we go. There we go. Oh my God. You live and learn, do you not, hey? You live and learn. It's a beautiful word, is it not? Happy days.